What's up, folks? It's Monday night. That means it's time for another Toypixx live stream. And holy crap, guess who didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night? It's okay. It was okay. It's partially my fault and partially my brain's fault. The partially my fault is I had too much tea too close to bedtime, which kept me awake. It's not that I was racing to the bathroom, I just couldn't sleep. But also, because I couldn't sleep because of that, my brain went into overdrive. So, yeah, I didn't get here till late. Fortunately, I had the laptop at home and was able to get a lot of stuff done before I came into the office, which was pretty much noon. Yeah, good thing I don't have it up and running for people to just stop by yet. Anywho, it is Monday night, which, of course, as I said earlier, does mean it's time for another Toypixx live stream. And tonight, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be discussing Wonderfest 2026, maybe possibly some of what we're hearing or what we'd like to see from New York Toy Fair, which is coming up this coming weekend. It starts on Saturday. So I'm really hoping by Thursday, we're going to be able to sit down and chat about all those leaks that are coming up. But if not, we'll find a way. We'll find something to talk about. Anywho, so, or anyway, the anywho was weird there. Also tonight, more cherry bubbly. No caffeine, thankfully. I'm not sure any amount of caffeine would keep me awake tonight anyway, so no worries. Let's go check out the chat, see how the people are doing. Oh, Sci-Fi found stuff to talk about. I like it. So let's start this up by welcoming Sci-Fi George. Greetings and toytations, everyone. Greetings and toytations to you as well, sir. Fish Toys, 1/9 scale, Journey to the West, Sun Wukong action figure is 8.661 inches or 22 centimeters. It's a female human anime style gender swap, but she still has a monkey tail with a rubber-coated body. She looks great and seems like a nice fit to add to anyone's snail shell collection. There will be 4 female figures. I will be, let's see, one will be the boar or pig demon, and the other 2 were in silhouettes only. She's up for pre-order on 5K Toys. If you combine Wonder Woman with Chun-Li, you get Fanghoon Studios 1/12 Divine Realm War Hero. By the way, I saw that. I'm wondering what size the ball peg in that neck is, because anybody that has a Wonder Woman figure, that head sculpt, I mean, they've even got the little Wonder Woman tiara, so it could look like Wonder Woman. Like if you think the figure's cool on its own, game on, but you could also swap that head when you're not using that figure and you're using a Wonder Woman instead. Anywho, back to this. Now, let's see. What is this? Let's see. Achilles action figure. Huh. Weird. She would be a wonderful addition to your Zezre Studios Combat Arena Warrior Women. Speaking of snail shell, their 1/12 Goddess of Victory Cinderella Nikkei action figure is available for pre-order and comes with a ton of accessories. She has a bit of an ethereal Met girl, possibly android human vibe to her. Romanki or Romanki 1/12 Ghost and action figures up for pre-order on 5K for those that like humanoid insect style characters, like if Zack Snyder did Sectars or Kamen Rider. February 17th, Mondo Beast X-Men goes up for pre-order for the Mondo price of $255. He comes with Mondo accessories, 4 extra heads, extra arms, lab coat, lab equipment, and more. Oh, and a little thing called Wonderfest 2026 recently happened for anyone interested. Perhaps we can talk about that tonight to pass the time away. Dan Yoon revealed that tomorrow's Marvel Legends live stream at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard, is it p.m. or is it a.m.? Will be mostly comic reveals, no MCU, so probably a little Gamerverse stuff thrown in. Don't expect too much. Since this is only the first stream of 2026, they have to save some for New York Toy Fair. In Art's Dark Knight Metal, Red Death is ready for pre-order on BBTS for $137. Ay caramba! New blocky Star Wars Champion Class model kits are up for, let's see, Ooh, for sale. I'm gonna go with for sale as well. Something got screwed up. No worries, sci-fi. I did see those actually, so I don't know if they're up for pre-order or if they're in stock somewhere. But yeah, I actually know what you're talking about. This isn't toy news, but since we like to talk about what refreshing beverages we're starting the chat with, apparently after 80 years, Minute Maid will stop producing their juice and lemonade. What? Really? Good Lord, concentrates by April 2026. So, for nostalgia, your favorite drinks and recipes, I suggest stocking up on while supplies last. That means no more Minute Maid orange juice? I mean, I haven't really drank Minute Maid in a long time, so I guess it doesn't really affect me. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the problem. But wow, that's insane. Who owns Minute Maid? Like, I assume Pepsi owns tons of stuff, so I'm wondering if it's them and they're just not seeing enough money out of it. Huh. Wow, that's kind of incredible. Sci-fi, okay, this is out of order, but the Star Wars blockies are up for pre-order on BBTS. Okay, thank you, Sci-fi. Jada Toy Street Fighter Akuma is in stock on Entertainment Earth for $30. The new Marvel Legends Abomination is propping up everywhere in stock. The Mythic Legions RPG starts on Kickstarter at the end of February, so you can use the Notify Me feature for when it launches. Nice. The base player character figures will be $30 and the character packs will be $15. That's not bad. Well, that's the bi-weekly rundown for today. Now back to you, Dave. The esteemed chat is not made from concentrate. We're 100% pure, no fillers or additives required. I likes it. Thank you very much for the bi-weekly rundown, Sci-Fi. Always appreciate it. Update, Classified Mole Rat version 2 and Lifeline are available in stock on Entertainment Earth, ladies and gentlemen. If you shop at Entertainment Earth, get over there. Grab you some G.I. Joe Classified. Speaking of, this is a perfect segue. Before I get to the rest of the chat, my apologies, gang, but don't worry. I think you'll enjoy this. Somebody seems to have uncovered what the Wild Bill silhouette or what the cowboy silhouette is from G.I. Joe Classified. And I want to show it to you guys. Let's see. Look at this. We're getting exciting here. Oh, great. Googly Moogly just open already. Oh, no. Here I was going to have some fun. Hang on. We'll do this differently. This is sadness because this is actually awesome and I kind of need it. Okay, here we go. Let me go back and make sure the right thing is selected. Wow, I blew the funny. I screwed up the funny. I hate when that happens. But this is from an X page called Heroes and Villains, Toys and Collectibles. I think that they have uncovered who that cowboy is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the very famous, the very G.I. Joe-ified Turd Ferguson. Here is Turd Ferguson with all his accessories, including an extra little club looking thing here that we didn't know he had, which is kind of cool. Definitely love the hat. I'm kind of surprised by this hat considering the silhouette, but hey, if we're going to go with a different kind of character than what we normally get from G.I. Joe, I think Turd Ferguson's a good one. That or the man with no name. Now, because he has this base, this is probably going to be an ultra deluxe $60 figure. But let's face it, we're buying it for the base and the norm likeness. So, yeah, no amount of money is too much to ask for Turd Ferguson. Now, let's go into the old chat and see what's going on with everybody. What's going on, Mr. Spencer? Hola, sir. Ghost Tab, what's up? What do we have? Ooh, a lot of toy news from Wonderfest. Godspeed. I saved a lot of photos from Preternia and D Amazing, and I have Instagram open, so anything that I miss, we can go through on there. I already have it set up for the Wonderfest 2026 search. So hopefully we'll cover it all. Spaded, don't ask questions. Just put the Jack in the box, taco in the chicken sandwich, and get excited for next Jack in the Box taco inside of a chicken sandwich. What? Here's the problem with that one, Spaded One. I don't have any Jack in the Box near me. So I don't see the Jack in the Box stuff. Now, here's the other problem. You're probably talking about some show or movie, and I'm totally missing it. Go me. Star, what's going on, sir? Hey, guys. Well, I'm neck deep into 30 minutes missions, trying to generate character looks for my screenplay turned book. Yeah, having money for a while was nice. Kind of glad I never got used to it. Man, 30 minutes missions. I told you. What do you think? What do you think of the size of them, Star? John, Dave, another superpower I have is to drink an energy drink right before bed and still being able to sleep. You know what's sad is I realized as I was telling the story there, I'm like, I was kept up by tea. You're passing out with energy drinks, and I'm not able to handle something that maybe has 20 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, that's a little off. But hey, congratulations. I wish I had that superpower. I might have used to. I'm not sure. Mr. Benson, what's going on, man? Hello. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Paul, what's going on, sir? It's going to be good. Now it's a quorum. Paul's here. We have a quorum. We're good to go. Thank you, Paul, for keeping the people involved as always. Star, tonight I'm dining on lobster bisque with sake. Star, that sounds kind of amazing. I mean, like I've said in the past, I've only ever had sake from P.F. Chang's, so I guess I don't know if the sake sounds amazing, but I do digs me some lobster bisque. I better enjoy it after what I just spent on 30 minutes missions kits. I may not be eating again for a while. Now I kind of feel bad, Star. How many did you get? Okay, let's keep her going. Whew. It was a good night. Mr. Spencer, thanks, man. You guys rule. All right, Ghost Have. I've just finished watching Kamen Rider Kuga. Goes Yuger. I am not good with the Kamen Rider speaking. And watching about 15 anime this season, I'm ready to comment on obscure anime and tokusatsu figures. Nice. You might be able to help us out then for tonight. Because obviously, when that stuff's going on in Japan, you've got a lot more of those kinds of characters that I know nothing about. Spaded Star, those 30-minute missions kits show up at Hobby Lobby for 40% off every other week. Nice. I don't think I've seen them there, but I haven't looked for them there either. There you go, Star. Keep your eyes open. Sci-Fi Star, lobster bisque with sake is fine dining, sir. Let's see. To the esteemed chat. I just got squares, but I'm going to assume you're either saying cheers or thumbs up, Skew. Much appreciated, sir. Glad you were able to make it tonight. Star, I've been working on this story for years now. I'd love to work on fresh stories with you guys here. Creativity and imagination are definitely not in short supply in this audience. That is very true, man. I love talking to you guys for part of that being that reason. Part of that being that reason. I'm telling you, the brain is not firing on all cylinders. Skew, Coca-Cola owns Minute Maid, Dave. Okay, yeah, they own things too, but they don't own as much as Pepsi. Huh. How did I not know Coke owned Minute Maid? I should have known that, huh? Oi. Spaded, Minute Maid, get your juice elsewhere, poor people. Oh boy. Minute Maid is stop and concentrate for OJ or lemonade, not all versions. Okay. So just probably the ones that aren't selling too well. Ghost App Blockies is doing Star Wars. Wow. I didn't know Ross sold Blockies. I mean, they're doing, the ones that I saw were Luke and Han. So we'll see. We'll see how many people stick with and go to the old trilogy, like the original trilogy. I don't know. I mean, when I look on Google Trends, Star Wars still has a lot of stuff trending. It still seems to be fairly popular. So hopefully Blockies can show people, hey man, Star Wars is still kicking. It's still doing all right. Star Sci-Fi is becoming a serious pro with these reports. Well done, brother. Yeah, he is. He's got it down. Spaded Ted Ferguson. It's a family name. Why did I Why did I go into the Sean or the Alex Trebek there? Turd Ferguson. It's a family name. Yeah. I could never do a Burt Reynolds. That was the one impression that Norm, I think, just nailed. He didn't actually like doing the sketches. He loved doing Weekend Update, from what I understand. But he did Burt Reynolds so well that I have to think he enjoyed Turd Ferguson. Let's see. Not the Norm. Up yours, Trebek. There we go. Is that Turd Ferguson? Oh, that is John. That is indeed Turd Ferguson. I love Norm MacDonald. Sold day one. Man, if it were for real, I would be, yeah, I would be right there with you. Yours. Up yours, Trebek. This G.I. Joe fig is giving me Will Ferrell vibes. You know what? You need the Trebek. If somebody ever makes the Turd Ferguson, like there was, I'm thinking late 90s, early 2000s, there was an SNL cartoon line, or not cartoon, action figure line, but it didn't do very well because it lasted one wave. And it was the Samurai Baker, so John Belushi, Goat Boy. So, oh my God, why I just totally blanked on him. I should know that guy's name. Jim Brewer. And then Mary Catherine Gallagher, who's Molly Shannon, and Nat X, who was Chris Rock. And that was like wave one. I had them all. And then they just stopped making them. I'm like, oh, you guys are killing me. Made me sad. Whew. All right. We're having fun, Dave. Excuse Star, we're going streaking. Frank the Tank, you're my boy, Blue. Blue, you're my boy. Spaded. I'd buy an Alex Trebek figure with swappable Will Ferrell head all day. Yep. As would I. Skew John No Stabs 5. Thank you guys. Thanks for again keeping everybody involved. Brandon, I think Pepsi owns KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, or at least they did at one point. See, that wouldn't surprise me. Pepsi pretty much conceded the cola wars, but then they diversified like mad. Like I think PepsiCo is worth more than Coca-Cola at this point. They own Frito-Lay, so that's any chip made by that's all the Fritos, obviously, but I think that's Doritos as well and some other stuff. Like Pepsi's huge. Let's see, Star, I'm really digging those 30 minutes missions kits. I love systems that allow you to mix match parts to build your own ideas. I was going to build them as far as I can and then hand sculpt additional custom parts. See, that'd be cool. I know for my niece, I thought, you know what? They say that you can swap arms between the 30 minutes lines. And so I got her a 30 minutes missions figure. And she was able to pull the arm off of her 30 minutes sister and put a 30 minutes missions arm on it instead. It was cool, except the problem is the 30 minutes missions figure, I don't think it was designed very well. Like it didn't latch onto the ball joint very well in the shoulder. So it kind of ruined it a bit for both of us. But yeah, I think you can do a lot of mix and matching. And I would think the 30 minutes fantasy might help out as well, Star. Like if you're going too crazy, maybe, yeah, definitely get into some 30 minutes fantasy. I think they'll blend pretty well with 30 minutes missions. Star, I need to hit up Hobby Lobby for those kits and clean them out. Yep. Whew. All right, just the concentrate, Dave. The small cylinders you put in the... Okay. That still seems crazy. Huh. All right, well, thanks for the clarity, sir. Clank, what's going on? I really need to load up on more 30 minutes kits. Man, you know what I've been thinking? I'm thinking like a floor of Cybertron during the Great War is just littered with 30 minutes missions parts. Because, man, a lot of bots died when it came to the Great War. I know, I'm sick, but I think that would be a lot of fun. Or even have them as background characters in shots because they're not nearly as pricey as Transformers. Most of them aren't. Some of them are getting up there now. Brandon Skew thinks I wasn't sure. Turd Ferguson. We need the Dan Hammond, Sean Connery, and a Will Ferrell, Alex Trebek. It's Daryl Hammond, isn't it? I think it's Daryl Hammond. It's been a bit, but I think that's right. I know that I was a guy like Will Ferrell is 50-50 for me. Like sometimes I find him hysterical. Talladega Nights, I couldn't stop laughing. But other stuff and Old School, I thought he was hysterical. But other stuff, not so sure. But when he did Alex Trebek, him playing the straight man with everybody else, man, he was so perfect in that role. All right, Jason, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in tonight. Hey guys, hey Dave, glad I could make it today. Unfortunately, missed the last couple streams due to work, but I'm off today. Hope everyone's doing well, man. I think we're doing okay. Glad you could make it. Too bad that you were working over the last couple, but hey, you're here now. That's what's key. Spaded, I got some SNL Funkos around here somewhere. Go Spartans. Speaking of Will Ferrell. Whew. All right. So there we go. There's what would be awesome. This is what I hope we see. Although if they're really going outside of G.I. Joe a little bit, because that seems to be the general consensus, is what Joe figure could it be? With the exception, people here were saying somebody in the October Guard. But if they were to go outside of Joe, I kind of like the man with no name. I mean, he's got the poncho, he's got everything else. But would Clint Eastwood sign off to be a G.I. Joe figure? I don't know. But anywho, that's what we had here. I thought that was a lot of fun. Made me chuckle. We will now remove that. Now, let's jump in. Oopsie. Misa click the wrong button, boss. All right. Let me grab, which one should I grab first? How about let's grab this one first, because there are fewer figures here. Open with photos. I should have done the open with first, shouldn't I? Oh boy. Oh geez. There we go. All right, so this comes from Preternia on X. The Amazing ones came from Facebook, or will, they showed up from Facebook. I'll show you those in a little bit. So, ooh, look at that. We can blow it up. It's craziness. Hang on, I'm gonna expand this bad boy a little bit. Although I'm not sure it's gonna show. Yeah, it should help you guys. All right, so we've got some amazing Yamaguchi, and I believe we've got some Solid Snake going on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but amazing Yamaguchi seems to be their shapes of the characters. They're just standing there. It seems to me that they're getting better at that. It reminds me of Toy Biz way back when with their first Marvel Legends, where the shapes were a little funky because they were trying to work out the articulation. I think Amazing Yamaguchi has pretty much gotten the articulation down now, and the shape of the figures are looking a lot better. Ooh, man. Here we go, Star. I saw an interesting documentary on Pepsi. Apparently, Pepsi was first developed for some kind of stomach ailment, hence the name. Really? I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I think, what was it? I think Dr. Pepper was, it was similar. Like they were trying to come up with some kind of medicine deal, and then they got Dr. Pepper instead. I didn't know that about Pepsi. That's kind of cool. I have to look more into it. Of course, Coca-Cola, you wanted to drink a lot of that way back when because of the Coca, but not so much today. You just don't get that pep in your step that you did in the 1800s. Paul, thank you, man. A much appreciated, Star. I was watching a customizer work on a project, and he used floor polish to coat the ball joint and tighten them up in the sockets. Worked beautifully. I have to remember that technique. I've heard about that technique for a while, but I've never tried using it. So next time I've got a figure that's crazy loose, and it might be that my Moth-X Batman gets that treatment. The first one I got, the Hush, because I use that figure all the time. When I first got him, he was probably in the next 9 or 10 shots I took for Toypixx. Yeah, Toypixx has been around for a bit, but yeah, man, that thing's been used for a lot for years. Sci-Fi, the Marvel Legends live stream tomorrow is 11 a.m. not p.m. Thanks, Dave. No worries, Sci-Fi. I figured that might be a little past their bedtime, but maybe they were planning on it being 11 p.m. And so they'd already stocked up on tea. Oh, I'm such a sissy. All right, let's keep this going. Ghost Av, I think you were right. It's Daryl Hammond. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ghost Av. And thank you, Stott. Spaded, hear me out. Marvel Legends should do a mini wave of Marvel Comics G.I. Joe variants. Hasbro has the license. It's guaranteed older collector money. You know, I'll bet they jump into that when it goes. So one of the things they're doing for Transformers, I think the first are coming out this year. I think it's Soundwave, actually, is they're starting to do comic versions of Transformer characters. So hang on. Wee. Let me shrink this real quick and then we'll come back to it. So this Soundwave here, he's going to be, the speculation is that he's going to be purple like he was in the Marvel comic. And hopefully this head, at least a lot of people are hoping, has a mouth like he did in the Marvel comic. So they're just coming up with ways to repaint these things more comic style. And my gut is, if that goes well, they just automatically decide to do that G.I. Joe wise. Like, let's see here. Should do a mini wave of Marvel Comics G.I. Joe variants. I would think that with the relationship Hasbro has, it might be that they can just say, hey, you guys, is it cool if we paint these up comic style? Or it might be they don't even need to ask. I mean, it's their molds, their characters. They might be able to do whatever they want. I don't know. Instead of putting him back, we'll leave him on the desk because he is, in fact, superior. Whew. And then my face disappears behind the text. Good Lord, Dave. Alrighty, let's keep this train a-rolling. Splinter Cell. Oh, I lose. G.I. Joe Dutch from Predator. I'd buy that guy. Oh, Star, that'd be sweet. Skew, much better, Dave. That Batman cape was the only joke that took me out with Amazing Yamaguchi ever. Woo. See, Listerine was originally a hardwood floor cleaner. Really? I didn't know that either. The guy took out a few ingredients and it became mouthwash. Some of that stuff, I mean, you know, chemically it works out, but some of it still kind of freaks you out. You know, you're like, oh, this is what we used to clean floors with. Skew, don't forget Kiki's Day for fixing joints. Oh, that's right. There's that too. Is Kiki's floor polish, Skew? I've heard about Kiki. I think Kiki's is amazing. I think I hear that from him quite a bit. Spaded, just too many great looking soft good options for Metal Gear to really get excited about these amazing Yamaguchi. They do look great though. They do. They really do. All right. We shall keep going. We got that guy. You guys let me know. We'll try and get through these a little bit. I have to say, what I'm excited about here, because I don't know anything about the game. I know. The last game I got into was Halo 3, and that was pretty much the only game I played for quite some time. So, yeah, it's been a bit. So I know nothing of the games. What I'm kind of stoked about is it does look like Amazing Yamaguchi is getting the shapes of the characters down better. And what I really like about this one is, you know how on their comic book figures, they always add what looks like an unnecessary spike on the knee? There's no unnecessary spike here, so maybe they'll stop doing that with their comic characters. And then you've got Ryu from Ninja Gaiden. I think that looks pretty good too. Is that just I know that he came out before. I mean, not in the... Okay, basically the question is this pretty much a repaint of the previous one? I mean, he looks cool, whether he is or isn't. And now we have some Good Smile Company. This is still Preternia. I've got the amazing stuff in a totally separate folder. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Let me know if any of you know what this character is. Man, it's got to be crazy just watching the arrow dance around while you guys are doing this. You're like, what's that little white thing keep doing? Oh, it's just, moving like mad. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and the arrow's on the slightest of delays. Oh, sorry. That's just me having a little bit of a fun. I think what's going on here is the computer's doing the thing it was, where it's taking StreamYard a while to actually throw in all the chat stuff, which is kind of upsetting because the fact is my internet is awesome here. So I can take on Fridays what I do for X and for the Patreon freebie is I have stuff uploaded on Patreon that are the Photoshop files, which are much larger than your normal image file, and the high-res image files that I just let people have. So I post about it, but before I'm able to post about it, the place that it's stored is on Dropbox, or that the images are stored are on Dropbox. It takes no time because of the fast internet I have here. Oh, excuse me. For those files to drop into Dropbox, like to get uploaded. It takes no time. So that's why this StreamYard thing is driving me crazy, is I know I have phenomenal internet here. And it's just going like, yeah, we're just going to sit here for a bit and we'll let the chat jump eventually, like it just did. Skew, that will work, Spaded. If they did Kristar and Rom, there's hope. That's true. Spaded Quinn, Dr. Venom, etc., etc. I'm wondering about those characters. Like, does G.I. Joe own those? I mean, they have done figures of Quinn before. Have they done Dr. Venom? Spaded, like they could literally matte spray and cell shade some classified sculpts, and that would be enough. Print the comic covers on the card. You know what? Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. Okay, here's the only thing that I think they might object to with that. The G.I. Joe figures are articulated so much better that Marvel Legends maybe Hasbro wouldn't even approach Marvel with that idea, because they'd be like, if they see how good these are, they'll want us to do that with all the Marvel figures too. I think maybe Hasbro's just going to try and do it with their own classified figures if the Transformers one works out. Star, I've been hoping all these years that someone would do non-transforming, page-accurate figs of characters from Transformers: The War Within. Awesome comic, awesome designs, no figs, sigh. It'll happen. I mean, they're really hitting up every corner of the Transformers fandom. It's pretty crazy. The War Within, wasn't that? Hang on, I'm going to look that up real quick. Because why not? Let me just click. They have made this Optimus Prime, but I don't think Hasbro did. I think it was one of those metal figures that didn't do all that well. But that Prime would be sweet. Yep, and they did do the Fallen from The War Within. The Fallen was in The War Within, correct? Like they've got him. Hang on. Oh boy. I keep having to get up, move and stuff. So the Fallen here is even a Dreamwave version. And I haven't read The War Within, sadly. Hang on, let me get out of here real quick. But yeah, they've done The Fallen anyway. And they did make that Prime from The War Within. So, I mean, again, though, Hasbro didn't. That was a different company. I can't remember what the company was, but they were doing titanium figures that aren't very... People don't exactly enjoy the titanium figures anymore. So there is that. But the Fallen is a thing. He does exist. And you might still be able to find him in the store if you're out and about looking, Star. The only thing is these things have gotten pricier. I think he'll run you between $55 and $60, but he's cool. He's really cool. Let's see. The last of the Time Lords is here. You are indeed, Anton. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Don't worry, Sci-Fi George. I was on another assignment. but I handled the aliens who tried to bother your comments. Those aliens are jerk faces, man. They always get in the way. They're always trying to throw people off. It's kind of sadness, really, is what it is. Okay. Let's jump back into these. And I'll go a few more. Wait for the chat to populate. We've got more Good Smile Company. Characters I know nothing about. This is pending licensor's final approval, but it doesn't say what they are. Let's see. Nexon Korea Corp, Nexon Games. Anywho, plenty of Good Smile Company going on. And we've got just your good old-fashioned Figma Silent Hill. I don't know anything about this either, but with a name like Silent Hill, I have to assume what we're looking at is a character from a horror flick. And then we got more. Oh, yeah. Sexy Ice is making stuff that's kind of sweet. I actually want one of these yellow guys. I want the crash test dummy type stuff just because I remember those commercials and people selling the toys. My sister had some. I don't think I ever did. Those things were hilarious. And I know parent groups were like, that's a terrible thing, blah, blah, blah. Is it me, or have parent groups always just been meanie heads to their kids? I don't know. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I know that they did. Well, I don't know that Sexy Ice did. I know somebody recently did kind of a crash test dummy like this. I just can't remember which company. Maybe it was this one, and it's a finished product that they're just showing at the show like they do here. But yeah, I do enjoy some quality crash test dummies. It would be funny to have, I don't know, have your figures like they train against, like it's the gym, right? They box against crash test dummies, and they're just things that you can fix up and throw back in the ring. I think that'd be a good way to use these bad boys. And as we can see, I am indeed filibustering yet again. Let's see. Let's keep moving on the Sexy Ice train. That's just, I love the poses you can get them into. I wish I could make poses like this happen without using some kind of wire. That would make me happy. Oh, look at that. This, oh my God, guys. The chat just jumped by like 20, 25. Okay, give me a minute. We'll see what we can do to catch up. All right, Star. What I'd love is for Jada to put some long overdue pre-orders up. Word on the street is that Jada's going to do a second wave of Edge Runners as well as more waves of Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you know how rumors can be. You know what? When Mr. Mattson talked about how he swore that he pre-ordered the Scooby wave, but now he can't find it on BBTS, I looked on Entertainment Earth and I looked on BBTS, and I can't find the Scooby wave. I hope that line is still able to move forward. That's kind of making me nervous. We'll see. We'll see what June has up his sleeve. A lot of questions are going to be answered by just what's in display cases when we see things over New York Toy Fair. At least I'm hoping, man. I'm really hoping. And I'm with you, Star. It's time for them to put up some pre-orders for other lines than just Street Fighter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that I got the alert from BBTS that my Akuma will be in sometime soon. That, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, will be the first action figure of 2026. Don't worry, I have a lot more on pre-order, but it's taken until it'll be middle to end of February before I get my first action figure of the year. That's insanity. But yeah, I'd like more pre-orders to go up for other brands as well. John Star, Jada is annoying me by not having Scooby out yet. Grr. Yep, I agree. Star, you and me both, brother. Yeah. Excuse Star, Jadeness has to continue at Toy Fair and SDCC. He can't keep you jonesing for Jada forever. That's true, because they were supposed to go up for pre-order, I swear, earlier this year. Like at least the Edge Runners figures. Star, I think the Fallen was from the War Within sequel. Oh, you might be right, Star. Because like I said, I didn't read The War Within. It's just as I was going through, he showed up in a lot of the images, but that could very well be. Skew, John, you too, and me as well need that fire jadedness. Yeah, jadedness is good. Star, Skew, oh yeah, they keep this up and limitations will be explored. Oh no. Anton, thank you for the shout outs. Please listen to my podcast. Anton, remind us of the name of your podcast again. I should have that down. Gustav, the girl with the yo-yo and nun veil is from Guilty Gear. Okay. See, I knew it. Your knowledge will come in handy. Thank you, Gustav. Chattanooga, Ed, what's going on, man? Good to see you tonight. Anton, trailers at the Super Bowl were pretty interesting here and there. Disclosure Day piqued my interest. You know what I can't stand when it comes to trailers at the Super Bowl anymore? It used to be you'd get the trailers. Now, in Disclosure Day's defense, you did get the trailer. But there were two that were like, watch the trailer on YouTube. And you're going, I don't want to. I just want you to show it to me here because I already forgot what the movies were. Anywho, yeah, that was pretty good. Disclosure Day, just being Spielberg, I'm curious. Thank you, Star. Anton, Silent Hill is a video game, Dave. Ah, there we go. See, this is me not knowing things. You can learn a lot from a dummy. That's right. I forgot that was the catchphrase, Skew. Nice. LBZ, what's going on this fine evening, sir? Good to see you. Whoo. Sorry, I don't know why I went into kind of a grumpy old man there. Maybe a little Dana Carvey. Anton, Reliance of Music did one of the voices of one of them, the crash tests on these, and I was in the commercials. What? Really? Nice. Spaded, that dang Crash Test Dummies toy line had a cat and dog that you could flatten. They had names. I saw a thumbnail that called Gen X the feral generation, and I can't get that out of my head now because now I'm thinking, yeah, we're kind of feral when we find that kind of stuff hilarious, aren't we? We're like we just don't offend easily, I guess. But that to me, that's hysterical because I assume if you could flatten them, I assume you could unflatten them as well. Thank you, Skew. Spaded a baby too. I think my sister had the baby one. That's the best. Break them all. What's that hellhound standing behind this guy? I might have to go back. Hang on. Okay. Got to find a hellhound. This might take. Oh wait, right there, huh? I don't know. I wonder if pictures were taken for that. They might have been. I love this articulation, man. I know you guys have talked about Sexy Ice. I think Brick and Sci-Fi were talking about him for the most part. There we go. There's the Hellhounds. I know they're from Sexy Ice, but I don't know anything about them. But man, those are pretty sweet. That's a good catch, Star. Holy crap, this keeps jumping all over the place. Chattanooga, nice. Thanks again, guys. Keeping the chat involved, especially considering it keeps jumping and I'm not seeing a lot of them. I really appreciate you guys chatting with each other. It's great. It's a heck of a community that you guys have built here. Skew, we need our Ruby Racks. Ruby Roo. John, my first of 2026, delivered at least, is Super 7 Mikey. Nice. Which one did you get, John? Was that the one like the 2003? Jason, Transformers isn't my number one fandom, but I do love the classic G1 designs from the cartoon. I've got the Yellow Park model kits of Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Starscream, and they look fantastic. Man, I'm trying so hard not to get into those because I know once I start with one, I'm going to go nuts. Like Transformers is kind of my kryptonite, I think. So hopefully I can hold strong and not pick some up, but they look incredible, man. Congratulations. I've seen all of those, at least in pictures. And man, it's a heck of a line. Ironic, what's up, sir? Now that the first issue of the Thundar comic is out, hope someone snags the figure IP. Demon Dogs, is that what these are? Demon Dogs? Demon Dogs? LBZ, I need to catch up on domestic figures. I have like 10 figs coming in this month that are imports. Dang, man. I love seeing your shots of those things, though. Skew, ironic facts, right. Anton, my friend who's a game designer, is going to New York Toy Fair. Oh, I wonder if he's going just to go or if he's going because he needs to go. Star, I was looking for Anton's podcast a while back and I couldn't find it to save my life. What am I doing wrong? Oh no, I don't know. Help us out, Anton. You're our only hope. Spaded, the Mezco Thor charging emails are going out. Get excited, Marvel fans. I can't wait. I want to see size comparisons. If anybody has a Moth-X Cap or a Moth-X Iron Man, let me see those shots because I want to know if he's bigger. Or just give me a height measurement on him. And then that way I can look at these, measure them, and at least find out if he's taller or not. Anton knows. Okay, thank you, Anton. There we go, guys. I would say that is the name of the podcast. John, you did an episode on The Rocketeer. Gotta listen to that. Anton, absolutely. They should have done that. Not just give us a half a trailer, but you'll go to the movies and you'll see it 20,000 times. I saw the same trailer like 9 times in 5 different movies. Wow. Skew, let's see. No, Toonses, no. You can't be bringing up the driving cat, Skew. I'm just going to start laughing. Those were always fun. And you knew what was going to happen at the end, and it was still hilarious. Anton, yes, I did it on The Rocketeer, a very underappreciated superhero movie. Nice. And I also did Dick Tracy, another underappreciated movie. I saw that in the theater. I don't remember it very well. I was considerably younger, but ooh. Spaded, the Crash Test Dummies toy commercials are worth going back and watching. Good times. I'm going to have to go back and do that, aren't I? Love it. Yeah, these things are rad. Let's keep her going. I don't know what... That's the worst part. I'm looking at this and I'm just going, okay, these are awesome. And these could be some kind of enforcer robot or a human in a suit. But these are incredible. This is just coming from somebody that has no idea what I'm looking at. You guys might look at them and say, no, man, they're from this game or they're from this anime or something, you know? But for me, I'm looking at these just going, all right, those are cool. And I would like them to be a part of my collection. I feel like, what is that? The Wedding Singer. You have money. I like money. That's where I was with that. Alrighty. That is the Preternia folder. Let me shut that down. I'm going to go in before I make you guys look at just the regular screen I've got up. I think what I'll do now is open this first. Open this, see photos. There we go. And a lot of what The Amazing had is some of the same stuff that Preternia had. But hey, it's all good stuff. And I'm not showing robots simply because I'm trying to keep this fairly 1/12 scale. I've got other plans for robots. Don't you all worry. Now, we're in the 52 toys realm. And wow, it keeps jumping on me, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anywho, what do we have here? This is Street Fighter, is it not? Let me look at this again. Street Fighter 6. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Who even is that? Okay, that is not a figure. Look at those knees. Definitely not moving quite like we would like. I just gave myself a headache doing that. I'm going to move over one. Now we're getting into the exciting stuff. The Predator is what you saw in the thumbnail. 52 Toys is kind of taking my eye. Like I keep looking over at these things. I think they're pretty good stuff. Let's see. Anton, no, not me. I was in the commercials, but Lorenzo's music was. Okay, okay. Got it. Thank you, Anton. He was the voice of Garfield. Yep. Wasn't he also Venkman, like in Real Ghostbusters? Skew stated it was a good message. Don't drink and drive or reckless drive. Don't reckless drive. Are you guys taking all my fun? John, yeah, it's the 2003 cartoon when he had spinning nunchaku. Nice. I think that was the one. That's the one where they tried doing the double joints, right? Because I was tempted by those. Skew, Star, Anton, I can't ever find the podcast either. Oh, man. Anton knows. Anton, is the podcast, is it Anton knows? Is it one word? Is there an underscore? Help us out. Star, some of these newer / smaller companies are killing it. Was already blown away by Powers Patoy and Dreamweave. They just don't have the distribution or resources to really own the markets. I know. And they don't have the nostalgic tug either. That is, as much as I hate it. That is a big thing. I remember I read about somebody who worked at 3-0 saying that, and I think I brought this up on the live stream in the past as well, but saying that they were making their own things and they were doing okay, but they didn't blow up until they got the Transformers license. So in order for these companies to do well, they got to get one of those licenses. And in order to really make that license work for them, they've got to expand their distribution. I have to think if Jada's going to be a hardcore action figure player, somewhere in the background, they're really working on that distribution network. At least I hope. Star Skew, I thought that was it. I am doing something wrong. Oh no. Anton, by the Lords of Light, the comic is already out. I think there are mystery bags too. And it has a Kirby, let's see, Jack Kirby-like cover because he worked on that show. Was that the Thundar that you're talking about? Spaded, come to think of it, the Rocketeers right up Mezco's alley. Get on it, boys. That would be kind of... I wish I did see The Rocketeer. There are just some movies that don't stick with you, and for whatever reason, The Rocketeer didn't stick with me. Star, I had a neighbor who had a dog that looked like that. Didn't think anything of it at the time. Oh, dear. Those devil dogs. Star, what's with that sexy eye soldier? That would be, I mean, I could do that. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe he's playing baseball and that's just futuristic robot baseball. Ironic, the 3 robot dudes kind of look like the cyborg from the classic Vindicator movie. I have not seen that either. I know, be surprised. They still, I mean, Vindicator clearly had some rad designs. I might have to check that out. That Zangief. How did I not see? I mean, I know that's his move, but somehow I missed looking at it like the head didn't look right or something. I don't know. Thank you, sir. Skew, a phone holder, that's dope. German supples. Supplies? Suplex. How could I not come up with suplex? Thank you, Skew. Spaded, nope, Predator should not be skinny. Don't you worry. They've got a different Predator. Bridge Star, pretty excited for the 52 Toys film accurate Predator. Hope it releases while I'm still young enough to enjoy it. They've released the Alien. So, and it didn't take that long from when we first saw it to releasing, I don't think. It might have felt like a while, but it was less than a year. Skew Star, Anton, still looking. Oh dear. Gonna try again. John Spaded, I would pre-order it so fast. Anton, yes, he also was Peter. Okay, cool. That's what I was thinking, but who knows? I'm never sure. Bankman, he was awesome. It's such a pity that he's gone. He could sing. He could do all kinds of things. Spaded, the Rocketeer had Jennifer Connelly in it. It stuck with me. Now I'm starting to wonder things. How did I not? Yeah. Let's see, Uncarded, what's up, sir? Collectors of Culture, we meet again. Yes, we do, sir. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Star Carded, yes. All right, we're sitting on the Predator here. This guy's looking pretty well articulated. We have some kind of crazy alien going on. Now, Predator doesn't look quite so skinny there. Oh my goodness. I think that's that falling asleep around 4 in the morning catching up to me. Time to drink my decaf bubbly. But yeah, I don't think that's quite as skinny, but who knows? He definitely needs more to him. I can't wait to see this thing with some paint on it. I think it's going to look pretty amazing. And I'm going to sit here for a minute while I wait and see if the chat jumps up again, because it's being a pain. Hail fellows. Yes, yes. I don't know why I went with the yes that way. But yeah, I really like their alien, and I might like their predator enough. I need to know kind of the height. And that thing, oh, wait a sec. That's the little alien. Oh, that's the face hugger, isn't it? I didn't even notice that, and I've looked at this picture several times. I think I thought, okay, here's just a freaky flower with pollen stuff in the middle. Oh no, we have a face hugger, ladies and gentlemen. Star liking this predator, but head seems a bit big to me. That looks like the size that the helmet would be. I'm wondering, maybe, I mean, they are still in prototype stage. Maybe they'll be making some adjustments to it. Let's see, ironic. I need a Joker head sculpt from the Batman Dead End short from a while back. I don't know if I've ever seen that, ironic. See, I should call her. Oh dear. Yeah, hold on. I want to go back now. Look at that head. I'm wondering, I think the head itself, I wonder if the dreads give it that, like, make it look bigger than it is. Hang on. Here's what we're going to do. Of course, do we really want to look up the Predator on, let's see. How about I just got it wrong? The Predator. Okay. Let me click some images here. I want a full look on this guy. Somebody give me the, okay, here's something that's pretty close. Hang on, I'll go to this in just a minute. Be right there with you, gentlemen and ladies. Okay, so I'm wondering, I'm thinking the dreads are kind of, because they're not sculpted and because they don't look separate, I'm thinking they're what's making the head look a little large. I hope that's what's going on there. Let's go. So here's that image. Hold on. Let me jump back to the chat. Skew, y'all watch the Aliens Earth yet? Very accurate facehugger pod. No, not yet. Egg. Facehugger egg. No worries. Star. Also, the shoulder cannon looks like it's sitting too close to the head. It should sit a little further out on the shoulder. You know, you don't generally want things like shoulder cannons too close to heads, I wouldn't think, even if you're a predator. Let's see. Facehugger is an egg. Don't look directly into it. Okay, let me get out of here. I'll leave that window open so we can come back to it. La da da da. And look at this again. Yeah, maybe that face is still a little large. Like I was hoping maybe it was the dreads. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see this thing all painted up. But yeah, this was all 52 toys. This is amazing. We've got some more Figma action. I know nothing of this character, whoever that is. I know she's not Jennifer Connelly. Star Skew, you're probably right. Skew Anton, they never hear us telling them we know. We're the esteemed chat. I know. People need to, they got to respect. You got to respect the esteemed chat, ladies and gentlemen. Star, that shoulder cannon will never be able to target anything sitting that close to the head. It's fair. I wonder if it's movable. I can't wait. Really, I think what we're going to need to see some color images of this thing. But yeah, definitely needs to happen sometime soon. Now we have more of the old Figma. A lot of shots here. Hold on. Let's try and blow this up and see if we can move around the pic. There we go. All right. These aren't bad. The D Amazing shots, by the way, I think I said, but I grabbed them from Facebook. Oh, look at that. That's a drawing of exactly who we're looking at. That's kind of impressive. Unless they designed the character, like they made the character first and then drew her to be like, haha, see, we look exactly like the character. All right, who knows what property this is? Not that I don't have any anime figures in my collection. That probably is going to have to change at some point. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's always something crazy about figures with just a little touch of an animal thing, like the cat ears, the cat tail, even Goku with the monkey tail, you know? I'm like, that's just, it's different and it's interesting to me. So yeah, that's, here, let's go a little more. There we go. That's them. If anybody knows things, be sure to let the esteemed chat know as well. We have 801. Great googly moogly. D Amazing took a lot of shots too. Come on, StreamYard. Very strange. Very strange. I'll have to look into maybe doing this stuff on YouTube in the future because I don't pay for YouTube. I pay a lot for StreamYard. Not a lot. StreamYard is now $40 a month. When I first signed up, I think it was more like 20 something. Gee, Spaded One, my eyes kind of glaze over when we get into this hardcore anime stuff. I wish I knew more. I wish I knew enough so that I could talk about it intelligently. All I know is it's Figma, and it looks like it's going to be stuff that's going to photograph really well. The only thing about Figma is I think they're kind of like SHF, where they're lines that are just a little smaller than they should be for the rest of our stuff. Obviously, they work well within their own scales, but we need them to be bigger. Star, having your gun go off right next to your ear like that, it's not good. I don't recommend it. You know what, Star? I would not recommend it either, especially when it's a shoulder cannon. That's a problem. What kind of doctor do predators use? Because maybe maybe it's really easy to work on their hearing and fix that. That's the only thing I can come up with. Skew, Londo Toys figures remind me a lot of these cool anime figures we keep seeing tonight. By the way, check out that awesome line. The Fox Mechanic. I think I saw the Fox Mechanic one, but I'll have to look again. Skew, Spaded One, prompting Ghost of Tab and Brick something to guide us. I know. We need all the guidance. Spaded One, we need more PS1 era gaming figures. Where the Legacy of Kain figures, Lara Croft, Spyro. Oh, okay. We can keep throwing that stuff out there. We need some Star Fox. I need a good Master Chief. John keeps telling me that the 1000 Toys Master Chief, not good. So I want to avoid that one. I really want a good Master Chief. I can't tell you. That's probably the #1 video game figure that I want, just because of all the memories of blowing up my people while we were all playing Halo. I got pretty good with it. We had a buddy who we would play, for anybody that remembers Halo. I can't remember if Blood Gulch was on 3 or the first one, but we played some Halo 1 too. And so we'd be on Blood Gulch, And part of it, like you've got the sun coming in at an angle. So one side has shadow, one side doesn't, but it's a really long board. And so we'd have one buddy that would be on our team and he'd be going, "Help guys, help." And he'd say, you know, I'm getting shot at. And we'd say, "Well, where are you?" And he would say the dark side or the light side. We're like, "Dude, we played this level enough. You should be able to do better than that. We have no idea how to find you." It was always good times. I did enjoy my Halo, but Star Fox, Halo, Q*bert. We need a good Q*bert action figure. We can go old school. We need Frogger with real getting smooshed action. I think that would be key. And maybe a truck to just come with Frogger to hit him. Maybe a log. Oh, I could go with those forever. Miss Pac-Man. We have Pac-Man. We need a Miss Pac-Man. We need, I think the only Samuses that are getting released lately, like the original Metroid Samus, and that's also like a 10-year-old figure, isn't it? So we need new stuff like that. Skew, if they can do all these, they can squeeze in Ninja Scroll and Record of Lodoss War and unconfirmed Jada Akira. Ooh, Akira. I hope so. I hope they've got that. Devil May Cry? Is that what we're looking at? Or, oh no, you're going back. You're going with the games. Crash Bandicoot. Yes. Oh, that's a good pull, Brandon. Ooh, I like it. Star. Well, if these were Jada, then we probably wouldn't get the pre-orders. Come on, June. Help us out. Spaded one. Definitely that too. All right, let's keep this rolling. All right, what does that say? Iron Factory, is that right? Or is that Mar Factory? Max Factory, duh. Okay. Max Factory, I think that's another line that Good Smile owns or something. But yeah, we've got some hardcore knights here now. Look at that. That's a horse and a half. Spaded, or like, how's there not a single good Tony Hawk action figure? Man, you need a Tony Hawk, you need a Jason Lee, because who doesn't want an Earl? Or Brody from Mallrats. Let's be honest, we would all go nuts. I would go nuts. I'd totally get a Brody. Dig Dug, yes. Oh my God. I played Dig Dug way too much. Oh, pole position. 1/12 scale pole positions. That way, Skew, we could put all of our figures in there. They'd be driving. It'd be sweet. Star, Skew, Jada, Akira, stop making me cry. No room for hope here. Oh, no. Max Factory. I finally got it, Skew. Thank you. Ah, shoot. I keep missing. Max Factory, Elden Ring figs. Okay, good thing you guys know what's up. What's up, Kyrus? Good to see you tonight, man. Skew, there's Toy Fair and SDCC. No more jonesing. Star, have to divulge. That's, you know what, Star, that is true. I mean, June's going to have to say something, or Jada's going to have to show something in another 5 days. And I'd be willing to bet we'll start seeing stuff before that 5 days. I just don't know about Jada. They don't seem to leak quite as much as Hasbro does. So we'll see. Star, where are my Nota Lord of the Rings? I just can't take this anymore. Everybody's just holding out on you, Star. In fact, everybody, check this out, okay? If you think that Star is going to get into a line, just expect it to take forever to show up, because I think that's what's happening to poor Star. We can't let this happen. We need June to turn his luck around on the 14th. We need June to sit there personally and be like, okay, here's what's up. We're putting pre-orders up for all the things. Scooby-Doo, Wave 2 and 3 are going up. We're putting up the next wave of Mega Man. We're finally finishing off Street Fighter 2. We're putting up Edge Runners. And because of how everybody is so geeked about Edge Runners 2, we're going back and doing a few Edge Runners 1 figures. Oh, yeah, also there's this little thing called Invincible. The first 2 waves are going up. Like, these are the things that I'm going to need June to say to help Star keep his sanity. What little I'm assuming there is left, because I don't have much either. Spaded, Brody would come with a bag of chocolate-covered pretzels. Yes! Absolutely he would. And I've already got a Stan Lee figure so he could ask him all the questions. That would be good times. All right. There we go. Okay. This guy. Is this Elden Ring as well? That's Doomslayer, isn't it? Or am I off? That's pretty rad. Whatever it is, it's going to break things. Then we got into Heat Boys. Now, I don't know anything about the scale here. Heat Boys tends to be making 8 and 9-inch figures, so my assumption is that's what these are. But if they're not, like if these show up at 6-inch or like 1/12 scale, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be good with that. Holy hey, it's Shay. The old thing jumped up again. That's right, kids. Pig Latin. Skew star. That to Noda time to divulge also. Yep, I agree, Skew. Brandon, thank you, man. Thanks. Tons. Star, Skew, please, no more, no hope left. June does have to announce something, Star. You know it's going to happen. Skew, Dave has figured it out, Star. That's what it's going to take. I think that's what it's going to take to help Star out. Kairos Toypixx, I just got the Noda Cyan line. He's awesome. Man, it's beautiful. I've seen reviews. I've seen people talking. There are 2 Cyan lions that came out, though, right? Was there one by Medi? Was that right? I can't, or Furay or whatever. I can't remember. So actually, you say that, and I'm going, did I see the Noda review? I'm not sure, but now I'm going to have to look for all the Cyan lions. Anton, I would like to see Sally Acorn from Sonic. You know, a great Sonic line would be nice, too. That's Doom Guy. Okay. All right, so we got one. I was kind of close-ish, maybe. Doom? Doom. He doesn't look anything. Come on now. Hang on. That does not look like anything that's going to show up in Avengers Doomsday. I mean, maybe there's an Asgardian that's going to show up looking like that. That was a terrible joke. I'll see myself out around 8:30. But here we go with the Heat Boys, Donnie. Then we've got Mikey. I love the skateboards. What were those called? Were they called the Cheapskate? I think they were the Cheapskate, but it's been a bit. He's even got the old school boombox. Good times. Then we got Raph, another Cheapskate. He's got some pizza. Man, I wish, are those? Look at that. I think that's a boxing glove. That's kind of perfect for Raphael. Yeah, I think he's wearing a boxing glove there on his hand. I likes it. And then we got Leo. I'm surprised he comes with a Cheapskate. He's such a stiff. But I do like the look of these guys. I can't wait to see them all painted up. Of course, the best turtle's right here. Yeah, Mikey's kind of the man. He looks a little insane, though. Have you noticed the teeth? He looks a little crazy. We don't want Mikey to get that crazy. Yeah, Raph's got a little bit of that going too, but you expect it from him. Hold on, the chat just jumped. So let me get in there. Whew. Sci-Fi NECA still hasn't said anything about the last wave of Gargoyles arc. Oh man. You know, they've still got a relationship with Disney, obviously, because they're doing Muppets. You would think they'd say something. I would hope they'd say something. Hopefully this toy fair. Yeah, it's 1/9 scale. That is the suck. About over 8 inches. That makes me sadness. Star, I knew it. I told my wife that that's what was happening, and she just said I was getting paranoid. She's in on it. The whole world is in on this torture. I knew it. I knew I wasn't wrong. Oh, poor Star. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. The answers, they will come. Spaded. NECA also let the dinosaurs line die. I'm finding those at Ross and Dollar. What is it? What's DD's? Why can't I come up? I was going to say Dollar Tree, but that doesn't work. Let's see. Ollie's Ross. What's the other? Five Below. What is DD's? Good Lord, man. That's no good. Yeah, they definitely let that one die. But doesn't Disney owns dinosaurs too, right? I wonder if it just wasn't making enough money for Disney. Like, I know when those were on the shelves, those stayed on the shelves for a long time. So it kind of doesn't surprise me that they wouldn't still be around, but it still kind of sucks for people that jumped in on the line. Brandon, have they shown these TMNT figures colored yet? I don't think so. I think we're getting just the prototype images right now at Wonderfest. I could be wrong, but they don't look familiar to me. And like LBZ said, they're just over 8 inches, which definitely isn't going to work for my stuff. They still look good. I think I'm going to have to go Mezco. I think that's the only way for me to get the right size turtles for my stuff. Let's see, LBZ, Noda and Fury Toys did the lions. Thank you, LBZ. Much appreciated. I thought there were a couple of them. Star, no matter. It's all good. Pfft, I didn't want those Jada pre-orders anyway. Now that's getting them, Star. Hitting them with the reverse psychology. Now we're on to something. That might have it done. LBZ, both have two versions each. Noda has a non-bloody and bloody version, and Fury Toys has a colored painted version and a statuesque version, which I have all four. Nice, LBZ. Very nice. So which one, I'll tell you what, since you've got all four, which company do you think did the better job? And which of the four is your favorite? Haha, didn't know you'd get that tonight, did you? Star, is there any turtle remaining in these turtles? No, Star, no. They all look mighty, don't they? I think if we were to turn them around, there might be some shell, but that might be about it. Spaded, dang it, Leo, why can't you just dress normal for once? Let's see, discount drug, Star? I don't know. Maybe? Spaded, DD's is like an even more ghetto Ross. So DD's, it's just called DD's, huh? Okay, got it. I've never heard of that one. See, Anton Cheapskates, that's what they were called. Sweet, I got one. LBZ, yeah, Brandon, there's a color version of that Heat Boys Leo that they showed in the last Wonderfest last year. Not sure why didn't yeah. Okay, thank you, LBZ. I appreciate it. Clearly, I was off. Chattanooga, DD's is like Ross. Okay, you guys have this figured out. I got nothing. Anton, as I've told you before, I was in line once to get the autograph from the creators of the Ninja Turtles and The Last Ronin, and I made a guy cry when he found out who he was. Wow. That's just not good. That's not good, Anton. You mean when he found out who The Last Ronin was? Because, of course, Mikey's the one that makes it. Mikey's the best turtle. All right, now this one. What do we have? Medicos, and it's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And these look bizarre indeed. I've never picked up any of these. I've never been tempted to pick up any of these. But in case somebody in the chat is into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I figured I better do some clicking. This is kind of a cool look, actually, but I'm wondering if that's just a statue. I'm looking for articulation. Yeah, that looks like it might just be a statue. That's too bad, unless it's like it's pre-cutting the articulation in. But I love that the figures come with all these parts. I mean, that's the one thing that I can appreciate of any of these figures is you're going to have some photogenic stuff. I don't see too many people talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure action figures. So does anyone in the chat have any? Because I'd be curious about the quality of them. Oh, I don't know what that is besides cool. All right. Also don't know what that is besides cool. It's like, I don't know, almost like an alien body with a snake head coming out of it. Or like it almost has a Secret of Nim look. Or no, Secret of Nim, I think. Like it's not Secret of Nim, I don't think. but it kind of has that look. That's weird. Whoa. Quartus. I don't know anything about Quartus. All right, now we've gotten into some amazing Yamaguchi. This is de-amazing again. We had that purple Spidey. We've got the Nightwing. I believe either both of these are up for pre-order or they've both been released. This guy I know nothing about, but he definitely looks like he was in jail at one point and decided he didn't feel like being in jail anymore. I'm not sure if that's a story, but dude that looks like that, I think we can assume it's pretty close to his story. And look at this is what I'm talking about with Amazing Yamaguchi. They're starting to get the look down. What I'd like to see, one of the spots that they always show articulation, no matter how hard they try to hide it, is the little ball underneath the shoulder. So if I could see that and they had somehow not done that, these things would be about perfect. I mean, you can still see the cut line here for where the chest comes apart or where this goes back. It's kind of like a massive butterfly joint, but everything under here, if it sticks with what Amazing Yamaguchi's been doing, is painted. So it'll look good when you articulate it. I'm just now, this is nice. This is nice. I think it was it Mess Toys did a version of one of these? Now Amazing Yamaguchi's like, yeah, you're not going to do to us what you did to Mafex. We're taking you down. That one, I know nothing. Let's go back to something that's cool. Well, I mean, that one's cool. Let's go to this one. And because the chat jumped up again, let's see what's going on here. LBZ, it's hard to choose because one is more a realistic version and the other is more of a stylized version of the same character in Chinese mythology. Ah, I do get that. I do get that. It's not like it's a one-to-one comparison. It's just kind of your flavor, what you're feeling that day. One's a little more stylistic. That's what you're into for the next 10 minutes. One's more realistic. That's what you're into for the following 10 minutes. I have that same thing going on all the time. Brandon, LBZ. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks. Yeah, good info there, LBZ. I find it weird that they didn't bring that Leonardo there. Let's see. Yeah, DD's discounts. Okay. Got it. I guess that works for the alliteration. LBZ. So both have its own charm, and yeah, probably Noda will be the top figures of the year. Okay, there we go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Chattanooga Ed. I think DD's is just in the South. That could be. Spaded Chattanooga. Let's see. I'm in SoCal. That's South, man. I mean, you got so in the name. Let's see, Chattanooga Ed, maybe DD's just under the frost line. Little below the Mason-Dixon line. Spaded one, my local shop is loaded with JoJo stuff. I don't get it. Is it loaded because it can't sell, or is it loaded because a lot of people around you keep buying it? Star, ooh, I'm quite drawn to that blue critter. Yes, critters. Skew found out Game Blouses himself, Prince, inspired JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Really? Huh. Star, he looks like that cellmate that no one talks about. LBZ, JoJo is a funny series at times. It just reminds me that it's like if they used Liberace as an influence in terms of the design. Ooh, really? You know what? I could see that a little bit. Skew LBZ, I can see that more, but it's more so, but the androgynous characters, Prince, too. So kind of a combination of Prince and Liberace influence. Let's see, JoJo looks like anime run through all the Instagram filters. That might be fair. JoJo is like if Baki was in the Jersey Shore. Oh, Baki needs to wear some much tighter t-shirts if he's going to be in the Jersey Shore, at least in his action figures. It's been so long since I thought about that show. I tried to not think about that show when it was on, but I got roped into watching, I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes. And at that point, I'm just like, ah, humanity. It was lovely while it lasted. I know nothing of this, but she looks pretty cool. I'm guessing amazing Yamaguchi still because it looks like it's in the same display stand. And look, guys, they don't dust either. So we're okay. When we don't dust around our figures, we're good to go. We're just like the regular companies. This looks rad. I just like the swords. Those are almost not even swords. Those are like they're more machete size, but I can't call them a machete. What's the short sword for like the turtles? I know the katana is the one that everybody says Leo uses, but the swords are always way shorter than that. It kind of has that vibe. Yeah, I know nothing. Let's see if this will help a bit. It's Velma in anime form. Are those? That almost looks like she's got leaves in her hair. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. Ah, there we go. Star, yeah, the pre-orders for that Yamaguchi Spider-Man went up a while ago, unlike any pre-orders for Toypixx as of late. Nope, not bitter at all. I didn't think you were, Star. It didn't strike me that way. Skew, Spaded One, Fist Pump, bro. LOL, Robbie from TNA made Taz. Oh no, I know nothing again. I know you're all shocked. I am indeed a bad nerd. I do need bad nerd t-shirts made. Basically, I'd be the only one that would have to wear them. I really like the details on these, like the detailed paint jobs going on. I just don't know anything about what I'm looking at. But whoever picks them up, they're going to be able to take some incredible shots. And I like when we're looking at them, the finish is really good. Like, you're not going to get any glare from these figures. They're going to look exactly like they're supposed to look. Even the shoes. I'm wondering, what are these, like almost halo looking things on their heads? Those are translucent. So if you shined a light down on top of them, you probably get a really cool effect. Yeah, I definitely wish I knew more. I have no idea what that is either. But they're kicking? Is this soccer with a really weird ball? I know nothing. And then there's that guy who he looks like, of everybody we've seen recently, he and Spider-Man are probably the only people that could possibly do anything to that prisoner figure, whoever that is. So yeah, don't mess with this guy either. This, I don't know. I think T-Spark is Takara, but I also saw some other T-Spark markings on Bandai stuff. So I don't know if T-Spark was a section of Wonder Festival or not, but I love the look of this thing. And Takara obviously is who does the Transformers in Japan. I'm trying to think if anybody that really follows Transformers knows, let me know. Is it that the designers for Hasbro kind of draw up what they want it to look like in robot and vehicle mode or robot and beast mode, and then it gets sent to Takara to do the engineering? Or do they mix the engineering and the design? I'm just curious. I'm curious how it works, because every time I see one of the live streams, they make sure to shout out the Japanese designers as well, which is awesome. I love it. But they make it sound like they're the ones that did a lot of the sculpt work and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out how Hasbro and Takara work together when it comes to the Transformers figures. Okay, now I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know what we're looking at. In fact, the other stuff I labeled by Amazing Yamaguchi and all that, I don't even know what brand this is, but I know that it looks awesome. Don't know what brand these are either. They also look awesome. They kind of have that, what is that figure? It was a Power Ranger Lightning Collection figure that Hasbro did, but it looked kind of like a police officer. It was a robot, like it had a robot look. I don't know if it was a robot, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, but I know it's not that. And then we've got this thing. The details on all these. Oh, I had not zoomed in on this. Oh, that's not wicked at all. Ooh, I likes it a lot. Yeah, I don't know anything about what I'm looking at. I just know that it looks glorious. And the pictures, like, look at the articulation on these things. The pictures are going to be absolutely incredible. But that is finally it for what we've had. Let's see here. Whee! 'Tis I. It's me, Mario. So that's what we've got as far as what I found. I know that I had Instagram called up, but well, now we hit the 8:30 mark just about. Wakazashi, that might be it, Star. That might be it. Thank you. Godakai. Is it Godakai or is it Godachi? Godachi. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Japanese dub Transformers, so I've been trying to notice how the vowels work. And I think I is always E. And then A is always like an ah sound. But I've been trying to figure it out. That's the kind of nerd I am. LBZ, good call, Star. Yeah, probably. Sigh. I think, yeah, we could confuse that for a sigh. Spaded one. That's a Falchion? I know nothing. Also saw Velma Dave. June fixes, man. We're jonesing. Yeah, I zoomed in on that. I'm going, is that anime Velma? It did look like her. Anton, I guess I'm going to go, but everybody remember, stay safe, stay warm, and always buy more toys, buy more comic books, and always have fun. You too, Anton. Thanks as always for stopping by, man. Stay warm over there in Jersey. Hopefully it looks like things are going to start to de-thaw a little bit here soon. Star, Skew, Jada actually got me to buy figs of a line that I formerly had no interest in. Now they're just going to throw all that away. This is just vile. That's the thing, man. Like I've said in the past, there's nothing that Jada makes that I'm like, oh my gosh, that line, like, or no property they make that I'm just going, I need that. But their stuff is so much fun that I hope they're not just stopping on lines. I know that it's kind of tricky. Super 7 falls into this trap too, where you're trying to release all the fancy stuff before you get the core stuff out. But I think when you're not sure about a property like Scooby-Doo right now, you want to get the gang out and then jump in. I think they actually made the right move by doing David and Lucy and Edge Runners first, because hey, then you get the main dudes out of there, like the biggest 2 stars from the show. Maine and Rebecca, and speaking of Maine, I think they're probably a great call for the second crew. And Adam Smasher, like I feel like they're releasing Edge Runners in the right order. I don't know that they're doing that with Scooby-Doo, and I'm not sure they're doing it very well with Mega Man, but this is just Monday morning quarterbacking. I could be way off. Their numbers might be fantastic, but I tend to think with those lines that you just don't know how incredibly good or bad they're going to do, you want to knock out the mains. Dear. These almost look like VR troopers. I wonder if that's what they were. Sketches, what's up, man? Good to see you. It was a robot called Blue Centurion. Awesome, man. Thank you. I'm glad you guys know what's up, because I got nothing. T Star. Well, if Hasbro's recent figs are any indication as to how they designed them, it looks like they just asked their mothers how to make them. Oh boy. Skew, take care, y'all. You too, Skew. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Spaded. Speaking of Power Rangers, I got the Mezco Power Rangers set a few days ago. Such a great set. Gotta get the Green Ranger now. I've heard that the Mezco set's the best Power Rangers out there. Spaded, we are VR troopers. Yeah, virtual reality. I got nothing. Brandon, nice, Spaded. What a throwback. Wow, I'm gonna need to go back and throw myself back a little. Star, guys at my art school years ago would carry wakizashis in their backpacks for reasons. I hear that the wakizashi was intended for suicides by Japanese warriors. Oh, well, I guess if you're gonna, this is terrible. In my art school, you always figured these people are just one more step from going over the edge. I I never quite fit in with the art class. There were some people that I got along with incredibly well, but there were some of those people that I wouldn't be surprised if they were also carrying around wakizashis. Next time, skew star. Spaded VR Troopers was a Savannah follow up to Power Rangers. Same concept, kids morphing, but in VR. Wow. Brandon, have a great night, Skew. It is that time, gang. Saban follow up. Okay. How did I now that you're saying VR Troopers, I remember hearing VR Troopers, but I don't think I ever saw VR Troopers. Might be something I'll need to go back and look at. Sci-fi, the Crash Test Dummies had a brief cartoon. I do remember that. Now I'm gonna have to go back. Somebody needs to make us some Crash Test Dummies. I need Mega Man, Rush, and Proto Man. Yes, Rush. Rush is the dog I was trying to come up with last time. Good to see you tonight, sir. All right, 8:35, guys. It is time for me to get out of here. So, you know the drill. You all could have done anything this fine evening, and instead you chose to sit here and hang out with all of us, and I hugely appreciate it. So, until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya. This is me hitting end stream, and now a second time. Cheers.